I'm Carol Starbuck, and we're here today at the 42nd Annual Joint Awards for Los Altos and Los Altos Hills Volunteer of the Year. We're here today with Tom Myers from the Community Services Agency, and I believe he's our keynote speaker. So tell us, Tom, what are you going to be saying today?
Well, I think I'm going to be talking about volunteerism. I'm going to be talking about the importance of volunteers and how the nonprofits in our community could not do what they do without volunteers. But I'm going to be going beyond that a little bit. I'll be talking about the importance of volunteers and making community. And I'll be making some challenges to the audience on volunteering as well. So I'm looking forward to speaking. It should be good.
Well, I know a lot of our nonprofits exist because of these wonderful volunteers.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have over 700 volunteers at Community Services Agency, and we could not do what we do without all 700 of those volunteers.
That's amazing. In this time to get volunteers and to get that many, I really admire you. And I do admire everybody that's here today, and I want to congratulate all the nominees, well-deserved, and thank you for being our keynote speaker.
Absolutely, thank you, and I appreciate being here.
Thanks, Tom. Hi, everyone. We're here with Cody Einfalt, and he is the
current acting city manager for the town of Los Altos Hills.
That's a mouthful, so I let him do it. Anyhow, I wanted to ask you, Cody, we're here at a volunteer award ceremony for Los Altos and Los Altos Hills. Tell me in your heart how you feel the volunteers act and come together and help a community.
Yeah, especially for Los Altos Hills, it's the lifeline for the town. There are so many individuals that have specialized knowledge in the areas where staff just readily welcomes the help. I mean, just before this meeting, I had a topic where I actually walked up to one of the volunteers and asked them, like, hey, could you help me? I don't know about this topic. So it's that asset that really makes the town as strong as it is. So thank you to all the volunteers in the town.
Well, thanks for being here today. And we see the Los Altos Hills contingency over there as well as the Los Altos. So it's nice to have the two cities that work together, and we collaborate on many, many things. So thanks for being here. We appreciate you and everything you do. Thanks, Cody.
Yeah, thank you to you too.
I'm here to introduce our keynote speaker. We're fortunate today to have Tom Myers, the Executive Director of the Mountain View Los Altos Community Foundation, the Community Services Agency of Mountain View and Los Altos. A wonderful institution, really a critical lifeline to many of our neighbors in our community who aren't as fortunate as we are. Tom has been the Executive Director, I think, for 26 years. He's local. He lives in Los Altos. His parents live in Mountain View, and he is one. I see people in the back telling me to get the microphone closer to my mouth. Okay, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. I think that's better. All right. Without any further ado, Tom Myers.
Great, thank you. Can you hear me back there? All right. Well, first of all, thank you all very much for asking me to join you today. It's a real pleasure. I see so many familiar faces, but a few faces that I've not met before. And I really appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to you about something that's near and dear to me, and that's volunteerism. First and foremost, congratulations to those of you being honored this year. The spirit of volunteerism and the remarkable people who bring that spirit to life, our community volunteers give something invaluable. They give their time, they give their voice, they give their effort, and they give their heart. For those of you I haven't met, as Pete just said, maybe for you in the back, I'm Tom Myers. And I'm the Executive Director of Community Services Agency, which, if you don't know, serves low-income, homeless, seniors, and other vulnerable people in our community with food, with housing, and with other emergency services. Work that is done with the help of more than 700 volunteers. I've been at CSA for 26 years. And in total, I've worked for nonprofits in Santa Clara County for almost 35 years. Prior to that, I was a Peace Corps volunteer a college organizer, and a community volunteer. So you might say that I know a few things about volunteerism and volunteers. Volunteers are the quiet example of a strong community. They are the hands that often do very difficult labor. They are the voices that say aloud that work needs to get done. And they are the hearts that believe our world can always be a little bit better. When we look around at the programs, the services, and the moments that define this community that I share with you, as Pete said, I am a Los Altos resident. All of us, we can see on all of these programs the fingerprints of volunteers making our community a little bit better. But today in this special event, 42 years, truly amazing. This special event is not just about recognizing what's already been done by the people we're honoring today. And although we do honor them deeply, there's more to it that we should be taking out of today. It is also acknowledging what is possible when people choose to step forward. Because volunteerism is not always comfortable. It often asks us to stretch beyond what is familiar, to try something new, to meet people whose experiences differ from our own. That, to me, when I have volunteered, has truly been one of the great effects of volunteerism on me, is when I am with people who are not like me. And it's in those moments when I am outside my comfort zone, when we are all outside our comfort zones, where growth truly happens, where empathy can truly happen, and where truly doing the work of making a community happens. Because ultimately, that's why we volunteer, is to make our community a better place. So today, in addition to talking about how wonderful the volunteers we're honoring today and talking about trying to get all of you to volunteer, I want to give you a challenge. Volunteer outside your comfort zone. Volunteer to make a change not just around you, but in the world. Statistics show in the nonprofit sector, people donate and volunteer to those things that touch their lives. It's not surprising, I think, to many of us that where most donor dollars and where most volunteer hours happen is with our kids' schools, or to our church or synagogue, to the alma mater we went to those things which touch our lives. But I want to challenge all of us to step outside that comfort zone and to really take a look at how can I volunteer, not just to make my community great, but to make a change in the world. Because in our crazy world right now, no matter what your political beliefs are, I think we can all agree that the world's a little chaotic these days. And we want to try and make the world a better place. So to everyone here who has not yet taken that step, consider this your invitation and a challenge. Find a cause that sparks something in you. Lend your hands, your voice, or your skills. You do not have, and this is really critical, you don't have to be an expert. I hear it all the time from people who want to volunteer. Well, I don't really know enough about that, or I don't know what that's really all about. That doesn't matter. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be willing. Volunteerism isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about showing up. It's about being there and saying, I care, and doing the work. And when we all choose to show up, even just a little bit, we help to build the kind of community we're proud to call home. I don't know about you, I would not be working in this community for the number of years that I've worked. I would not be living in this community if I was not proud to say that this is my home. And so I think you all probably feel the same way. So to our volunteers who are being honored, thank you. To our volunteers who are not being honored today, thank you too. Thank you for showing up early. Thank you for staying late. Thank you for saying yes when it would have been easier to say no. Thank you for proving that ordinary people can make extraordinary impact. Absolutely. Every day I see dozens of volunteers giving out food to low-income people. They are making an impact. This community is stronger, it's kinder, and it's more connected because of each and every one of you. So today, let us honor our volunteers not only with applause, but with action. It's more than just saying thank you, good job. It's saying I'm going to commit myself to going out there and volunteering and doing something to make this place better. Let their example inspire us to step forward, to reach outward, and to give of ourselves in ways that truly matter. Because at the heart of every great community are the people who care enough to serve that community. And today we celebrate you, the honorees. We celebrate you who are volunteering in ways that are maybe quiet and unspoken, and your contributions to the community that make all of us proud and feeling like we live in a great place to live. So thank you very much.
Okay, now I'm going to ask Mayor Tonka to come up and help give some of the awards. I also want to share a quick vignette to come on up. I want to share a quick vignette to reinforce some of the things that we just heard from Tom about. So I'm in Rotary, the Los Altos Rotary Club. I look around, I see a lot of friendly faces from Rotary, and so this will resonate with you guys. But our Red Badge project, my cohort, our Red Badge project was sorting food at the food pantry at CSA, and it inspired me in a number of ways. But there's two things that I want to say to people about leadership and volunteerism, right? So leadership in a volunteer capacity, the thing that we are recognizing some of these folks for, is a really, really special quality. There are no authoritarian lines of control in volunteer organizations. So those of us that are used to having some authority have to make adjustments and actually in many ways become better humans and have a high, develop our emotional intelligence and our ability to work with people. And so I would encourage anybody who actually wants to develop their skills to go volunteer. That's one of the unseen dividends that you get in volunteering. And then the last thing I will say is that fellowship in service to others is better than any fellowship you will encounter in your life. That experience of sorting food at the food pantry with my fellow Red Badgers that were joining Rotary, such an incredible experience, and we all bonded over that. And I would encourage all of you to roll up your sleeves and volunteer for something with somebody, because you will develop friendships and skills that you do not even anticipate. So with that said, this is Mayor Tonka from Los Altos Hills. Mayor Tonka, would you like to say hello and
Thank you. I wasn't anticipating giving comments, but having said that, I feel that there is no other town unlike Los Altos Hills when it comes to the spirit of volunteerism. In fact, we have our own form of local self-government where it's our residents that actually advocate and drive the change that they want to see. Something we can do at the federal government, the state government, we can do in our town. The roads we drive on, the schools our children go to, the community we want to build. That's what our volunteers do every single day. They spend countless hours in the service of this town. People like Alan is getting an award today. You cannot get a number of your balance seats without Alan picking up on it. And yes, it's hard sometimes, but he holds our feet to the fire. And that's what good volunteers do. They center our decision making because we all have our biases. But people like Alan, they're kind, they're gentle, they're thoughtful. They make sure that they help us see the other perspective. And in doing so, they really do center our decision making and help us become the best leaders we can. So to that extent, I really would like to foster, encourage, and really celebrate the volunteers who are in this room today, because they really are the lifeblood of our two towns. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Tonka. Okay, so now we've got a quick 2-minute video that Chuck Lindauer is going to show for us, and then we'll get right to the individuals that we're going to honor.
Congratulations, Peter, on your Volunteer Service Award. And this for preserving the natural environment in the town of Los Altos Hills, specifically working on designating riparian and wildlife corridors, preserving the steep slopes from development, and preserving mature oak woodlands. Peter, as a member of 2 Los Altos Hills committees, you've helped liaison issues between the 2 committees for the open space and the environmental design and protection committees, and that has helped made a lot of ordinances and policies more effective for our town.
And I'm Anita from the Open Space Committee, and I've been chair for 2 years, and Peter has always been there to help me with all sorts of issues that I might have, from procedural to rules about the native habitats that he understands so well. And he's, whenever I've come to him and asked him for something, he's just been a quiet but really effective friend to me, and I just want to say thank you, Peter.
And both Grace and I have worked with Peter on the Environmental Design and Protection Committee, and during his tenure of 8 years, he has upgraded the landscape screening guide. He has worked on both the tree ordinance and the fence ordinance, and he had crossed to another committee, the Environmental Initiative, and worked on the WELO committee, which sets allowances for landscape, for the water, for landscape screening. We want to thank him because he has built consensus, and he's always been an exemplary person as a quiet volunteer.
So thank you,
Peter.
Peter.
So Peter, would you like to come up and receive your award? And thank you for all that you do in the service of our town. We're truly grateful to have you. And as a council liaison of this committee, I can speak firsthand about the incredible work that Peter does.
These other items that we're handing are worth noting. See the blue folders there. We have proclamations from Supervisor Abekoga and from Congressman Sam Liccardo and State Senator Josh Becker honoring your service.
Thank you.
I'm Frank Lloyd. I'm a former chairman of the Finance and Investment Committee from many, many years ago. And I understand that Alan Epstein has been nominated for Volunteer of the Year. And I think that's appropriate. I want to tell you about Alan. Alan started out as a citizen coming to our meetings when I was on the committee. And he came to the committee because, well, he was a sewer rat. Now you may ask, how do I mean sewer rat? Well, you see, he had this deep interest in effluent. And he had determined that our city was paying much too much money to other cities for the honor of sending our effluent into their processing system. And he had a good, poignant point. And then he joined the committee, and he has been so effective, so administrative, so analytical. And I'm reading today the report he had about how the other cities charged us 50% markup when there should only be 25% markup, and how they owe us hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they have concurred. So I enthusiastically endorse Alan to be Volunteer of the Year.
Hello, I'm Roddy Sloss, a retired accountant and long-term Finance and Investment Committee member who's been working with Alan on the FIC for over 16 years. Alan has increased town income by recommending innovative methods of investing to obtain higher returns with less risk. And Alan has generated significant cost savings by finding errors and recommending operational improvements. As a many-time chairman of the FIC, Alan stimulates member participation with new ideas from analyzing staff work and third-party reporting. Thanks, Alan, for all your efforts, and congratulations on this well-deserved recognition.
And with that, I'd like to request Alan Epstein to come up and receive his award. Thank you again, Alan, for your many contributions to our town. You truly are an incredible leader. I don't think Alan has ever missed a city council meeting, a fire district meeting, or a finance committee. All the years I've known him, a way better record than all the council members.
All right, Joe, you want to come on up? And I can vouch for the whole serving wine at farmers market, because that's always the first place I go, is to that booth before I start at the farmers market.
Congratulations. That works. Are you able to hold all this stuff?
I will do my best.
And we got this pin for you here. You
Okay.
Stick that in your pocket or something.
Thank you.
Yeah. Come on over here. Let's get everybody in the picture here. Here we go.
All right.
We might want to step away from the podium. There we go. Thank you.
All right.
And your proclamations too. You know what? I'll take these back to you.
What service?
I'm Dee Gibson, co-chair of MVLA Scholars. Janet Ternoa and I, along with the entire MVLA Scholars community, are delighted to recognize Dee Dee Huffman as an amazing volunteer. She has been the treasurer for MVLA Scholars for 10 years, and we hope she'll do it for many more years. The scholarship program is under the umbrella of the Los Altos Mountain View Community Foundation. We give renewable college scholarships to local first-generation students to go to college who have significant financial need. We support them throughout the entire process of their going to college and match them to work with an individual mentor, which is why our success rate is so unbelievably high. Our budget in this last year is $900,000. So you can see that the community has put a lot of trust into us. And it's because of people like Dee Dee who really make sure that we follow a lot of checks and balances to make sure that all the money and the checks that are written to the scholars is well used for their education. She has to make sure that each student who has an individualized budget gets the money that they need for their tuition or room and board or whatever allows them to be successful students. She works with the mentors, she works with our board, and prepares a budget every month so that we know exactly how much money we have, how much money we have spent of that year's budget, and make sure that we have enough money to cover our students for the entire time that they're in college. She also works with the Community Foundation and their auditors to make sure that we are totally in compliance with all rules and regulations. So you can see from the pictures that Dee Dee also, in addition, has done some amazing traveling. And we are so happy to be able to recognize her with this great opportunity or this great award. So when people say the check is in the mail, if Dee Dee says your check is in the mail, you know your check is in the mail. Congratulations, Dee Dee Huffman.
Congratulations, Dee Dee. Please come up and receive your award. And thank you for the incredible work that you do. We're truly honored to have you and celebrate you today.
On behalf of the Rotary Club of Los Altos, I am proud to acknowledge the significant contributions of Susie Milkey, not only in our club, but in our community as a whole. In her board role as Community Service Chair, Susie managed the Veterans Support Committee, who, partnering with Foothill De Anza Foundation, contribute mentoring, career counseling, and support to the over 150 young veterans studying at Foothill College. Susie coordinated the public-private partnership between Los Altos and the Rotary Club to bring, for the first time ever, fresh water fountains to Lincoln Park. When that global pandemic thing happened, our Rotary Club could not produce our annual fundraising event, Fine Art in the Park. Susie contributed her significant marketing skills and helped organize volunteer teams for the Rotary Bears Project. Susie never wavered in her commitment to success, worked tirelessly to organize the crews and teams needed to wrangle over 60 giant bears through the completion of the project. Prior to joining the Rotary Club of Los Altos, Susie served on the boards of the Mountain View Los Altos High School Foundation and MVLA Scholars, providing scholarships, mentoring, and support to local high school students. Susie was instrumental in organizing and implementing the launch of the AVID program in the MVLA school district. Congratulations, Susie. It is truly an honor to acknowledge the lasting impact you have made in our community.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Susie, for your incredible commitment to service and all that you do. Thank you.
God heard the cries from these children and from these families. Somehow God involved us in that by our getting involved with foster care through adoption.
We had another foster child that was just a little bit younger than our youngest one. It was very difficult, and that little girl did go home to live with her mother. And I told Mark, you know, the work that we've been doing with these two children is the most important work we'll probably ever do with our lives. One of the things that we learned was that we didn't know enough about what trauma does to a child and why the behaviors that we were witnessing in our homes were the way they were. We started having wonderful parenting classes. All foster parents were invited, and they were invited to be part of our support groups. Once they committed to taking in a foster child, we wanted to see it to the end so that the child didn't have additional trauma from moving. We also said if the child's not able to go back to the biological family, we hope that you will consider adoption.
Our ministry is called Help One Child. We were not trying to solve the government's problem, but we can solve one child maybe. We're not giving up on these children. So the durability of Help One Child is in God's hands. Never give up. Never give up. So maybe that's what we should encourage for Help One Child. Never give up. Never give up.
Thank you, Joanne and Mark. You truly are doing God's work. Thank you for all that you're doing.
In 2007, Ann Roberts began her memorable journey with the Los Altos History Museum's Education Committee, moving into the role of chairperson in 2009. This year, after remarkable dedication, Ann will be stepping down from her leadership position. Ann's guidance has been a driving force behind the museum's successful school education programs, notably the annual Margaret Thompson Historical Essay Contest and our beloved 3rd and 4th grade school tours. For over 19 years, her tireless work has positively impacted thousands of students, teachers, parents, and volunteers. Ann's dedication has left a lasting legacy on the museum and touched countless lives along the way.
Ann, come on up. And I just want to say the History Museum is a gem, and it's only about 100 yards away from the front entrance here, so anybody who has an opportunity should go check it out.
That sounded like
our town.
Yeah.
I am so happy that you are being recognized with this award. I've seen how much you've done with the Festival of Lights Parade through your presidency and beyond, and the program that you initiated with KMVT, allowing seniors and others who can't come to the parade anymore, but they're still able now to watch it from their homes. What a gift to the community.
So I've known Carol since we both worked together in CERT back in Los Altos Hills, and then she drafted me in here and made me work like a dog, and here I am. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun.
One of the things I love about Carol is that she comes down every parade day for the entire day, and she hangs out with me and helps me get the whole staging area set up. She's been great to work with even outside of parade day as far as getting all of our content, and she's just a joy to work with. She's such a happy person.
Congratulations, Carol. It's been wonderful working with you on the parade and on the board. Congratulations, very well received.
Congratulations, Carol.
Congratulations, Carol. Congratulations, Carol. Congratulations, Carol.
Congratulations, Carol. You deserve this.
Congratulations again.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so honored to be here today. Volunteering for me has always been about connection. It's about the stories we tell, the people we meet, and the difference that we make volunteering together. None of what I've accomplished has been alone. It's through collaboration, kindness, and a shared love for this community. Thank you, everyone.
Come on up, Carol. And let me just say that once again, the parade this year was absolutely wonderful, and I could not believe how many people were out in the streets of Los Altos to enjoy that tremendous event. Thank you.
And Pete, it was really cold.
It was cold.
Well, thank you.
Here, come on. Let's get this way so we're not. Let's get out of the way of the podium so they can get nice pictures of us. There we go.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
Eleanor Watanabe is being recognized today for her community volunteer leadership over the past 50 years. Education, the arts, and healthcare have been of special interest to her. She and her husband raised their family in South Los Altos near Montclair Elementary School, which is in the Cupertino Union School District. Eleanor served as PTA president at Montclair before being recruited in 1984 to serve on the newly formed Cupertino Educational Endowment Foundation Board. She served for 10 years, 2 years as president, before being named CEIF's first executive director and charged to lead a $4 million CEIF endowment campaign to restore classroom music programs with certificated music teachers in the elementary schools, as well as provide CEIF matching grants in support of arts education and teacher math and technology training. Eleanor also enjoyed service on the Hidden Villa Board. She was an active fundraiser and advocate for experiential education and responsible agriculture, chairing several annual fundraising events and encouraging community educational outreach programs. Introduced to Music for Minors, MFM, through her membership in the Junior League of Palo Alto, Eleanor served as a music docent and was later recruited to the MFM board as resource director. Thanks to a generous grant from the Packard Foundation, she was able to research and assemble the original Orff instrumentarium for the organization's 2 resource centers. She later served on the UFRAT Museum of Art board at De Anza College. Eleanor actively supported the El Camino Hospital Foundation event fundraising activities in its earliest years, where she co-chaired several annual fundraising galas. She's currently a member of Hope to Health, a women's giving circle with the now El Camino Health Foundation, whose members care about health programs serving women and families. After Eleanor retired, she joined the Los Altos History Museum Docents, served 2 terms as board co-president, and enjoyed working on fundraising events, changing exhibits, and the campaign steering committee to update the museum's permanent exhibit. She currently volunteers in the museum store. Today we celebrate Eleanor not only for what she has accomplished, but for the spirit of compassion, curiosity, and community she continues to inspire in all of us. Thank you, Eleanor, for a lifetime of service and leadership.
Eleanor, come on up. Here she is. another heartfelt thank you to the committee that put this event together, to all the volunteers that we're honoring, but also all the volunteers who work so hard to honor those volunteers. So thank you, everybody.